welcome back. We continue right here on Pittsburgh CW. Bob Pompeani with you. Some tweets before we go back to the lines. Mike Micheletti says, if the Steelers in New England would end up with the same overall record, who would get the #1 seed, or does it come by division? No, it goes by whoever's the best record. If there's a tie, it's head-to-head, and this year there will be a head-to-head in Pittsburgh on December the 17th, so that's going to be the game to circle in the second half of the season. Also, we have this from Scott Moore, who says the Astros are just 19th in overall payroll. Yeah, they put it up, though. It was 117 million, got up to 131 million. So you got to spend. You still have to spend, even though you draft well, and they did both. Russ in Mount Lebanon. What's up, Russ? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Bob?
What's up?
I'm talking about the NFL compared to college. College football is just a way more entertaining product. I mean, there's a lot more momentum swings. There's a faster paced game. The games, even games that aren't. I watched Kentucky 2 weeks in a row against Mississippi and against Tennessee. Both of those games were unbelievable. I mean, it was the way those games ended was unreal. The NFL is just like, and the coaching in the NFL is just like cookie cutter coaching. I got a prime example. Yesterday in the Clemson game, Clemson's winning by 3 with like 7 minutes to go in the game. They have a 4th and 5 at the North Carolina State 21. There's not one NFL coach that all kick field goals. Even if Cleveland's playing the last week of the season against the Steelers, they would have kicked the field goal there to go up 6 and Dobbs.
It's very conservative compared to the college game. College game there's a lot more spread offenses. The emphasis is on offense, not so much defense. In fact, did you watch Oklahoma and Oklahoma State yesterday?
Yeah, I couldn't stop clicking. I was clicking back and forth.
It's like a video game, and maybe that's what American people like more of.
But I was just going. Well, there's other games too. Like even the Penn State game wasn't that much scoring. But that was a good. I mean, there was just so many good games. I mean, pro football is just and basically the AFC's done right now. There's like 3 teams that can make the Super Bowl, and the rest of these teams could forget it. I mean, you got Pittsburgh, possibly Kansas City, and New England. Who else? I mean, if you think
somebody gets hot like Jacksonville. By the way, Jacksonville was 3-0 in the AFC North too. They've beaten everyone, including the Steelers. So maybe.
But that's about it. Everything else, they're going to have some real attendance problems and real ratings problems at the end of the season because there's going to be no compelling games. I mean, there are no games that are like today. There was nothing you really want to watch. I mean, there's just.
Well, I was interested in the Kansas City game. Thanks for the call, by the way, against Dallas. That was a big one just because it affected, I think, the Steelers in New England to watch Kansas City, which everybody talked about their start. Remember, they were 5-0. Now they're 6-3, so things have changed. Line 4 we go, and that would be Phil in Mount Lebanon. What's up, Phil? How you doing?
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob. This is a puzzling question that I think you could answer it. Why does Le'Veon Bell have to carry the ball 35 times a game when you have a very capable back in James Conner? And you know the last couple of years, Bell late in the year suffered some injuries, I think because of the number of reps he was taking. Not that he's weak or anything, but the chances of him getting hurt are much greater when you're doing more reps. I think you'll agree to that.
Yeah, but I also think he just thrives on it, and I think they like the fact that he's one of those guys they want on the field for 3 downs. I do believe that James Conner will get more time as time goes on, and I think you may see it in those games, 2 games in 4 days when they have Tennessee on a Thursday night. Thanks for the call. But at this point, they like Le'Veon Bell handling the ball and the workload, and whether or not that has anything to do with injuries, I'm not so sure. He got injured in that New England game, and it had nothing to do with how much work he had that specific day. So we got to go to a break. We'll be right back.